Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. Today has been a historic day in the sense that markets have really started to correct. The Indian market has made a new low and will continue to make new lows. China seems to be going from one crisis to another. The entire Chinese production facilities are locked down. This is going to have an impact in the American inflation story because most of consumer goods in America come from China and there is going to be a price rise. But the real story is the fact that the American inflation has not come down much. In fact, there was a marginal difference at 8.3. This means bad news in America continues, price rise continues, people suffer more. More importantly, food prices went up 10%, fuel prices went up by 30%, rents went up by 5.1%, and salaries didn't go up so much. So people are facing real pain. But this pain is not only in America, this pain is there across the world. In India, edible oil prices have gone through the roof, fuel prices have gone through the roof, even wheat for daily consumption has gone through the roof. And India is one of the relatively better protected economies. The only solution for this is for central banks to tighten. And when America begins to tight, and when it sneezes, the rest of the world catches cold. But here, America seems to have a serious case of flu, which means the rest of the world has a serious infection. What is happening is, as American interest rates begin to rise, and it is going to rise much further than what it has done in the last 10 years, it is now very clear money will leave the various shores and move back to America. Be it Japan, be it China, be it India, or any other third world or emerging power. This money people will sell all assets and move it to United States. Foreign institutional investors results are measured in US dollars, and therefore what will happen is, as the dollar strengthens, the returns will become more and more negative. All there's a negative feedback loop of dollar becoming stronger, hence returns suffering, and at the same time prices falling further. So this negative feedback loop is going to put enormous pressure on asset markets across the world. One of the big asset markets to suffer has been the cryptocurrency. I have been regularly speaking against cryptocurrencies for several months, and I've been trolled, abused by people for that. I gave my reasons. I said we are not against the technology, but as a principle, it will not work. The right of the sovereign is supreme. But people did not believe it. People abused me. This is because I'm not blaming them. This is a once in a 40-year phenomena. I was 15 years old when the last crisis played out. In fact, less than 15, I was 13. The crisis played out in 1980, and I didn't even know what was happening because I was wearing short pants. At 55, if I am too old, most fund managers who have lived through that era of 1970s and 80s, when Volcker tightened the interest rates at the Federal Reserve. He took up interest rates to 20%, and gold fell from $850 for 30 grams to $220. I do not expect such a big increase in interest rates, but I do expect interest rates to go from 0 to 3.5, a 7-time increase in interest rates. This is huge. This will mean that most of the tech startups become unviable because there is no more free money to burn. Many operations will shut down. As I wrote in Twitter, in my hometown of Madras in India, Swiggy, a delivery app, has stopped several of its services without any notice. As the days go by, you will find more and more such pain. What has happened is many tech startups which have no idea of future profits have begun to sunk. Uber, which listed at $43 and has never made a profit, has now sunk to $22, which is a 50% of its peak valuation. The real bad news is for Vision Fund 1 and 2 of SoftBank. He has already suffered a $27 billion loss this year, a record loss. This is because of several bad bets he has made in Asia, and this is in India. He has made a bet called Paytm, which has gone bad. There is a hotel reservation app called Voyo which has gone bad. There is an e-commerce venture in South Korea which has gone bad. And primarily, the value of his prime holding against which he has borrowed, that is Alibaba, that is also dropping. So his leverage is really hurting him and he is facing enormous pressure. When Alibaba goes down, SoftBank takes heavy pressure. He's yet to list his ARM holdings, which he took private. This is putting enormous pressure on SoftBank because the promoter has borrowed heavily against it. There are two problems. One, the value of the asset which he has borrowed is coming down. He has to either sell that and bring back cash or put up more asset as margin, which is going to put enormous pressure on him. If this is happening to SoftBank, it is going to affect a lot of people. Now, the link between crypto and fiat currency is called as Tether. One of the biggest tethers around is stablecoin. Stablecoin claimed they have enough reserves in dollars and other fiat currencies to make sure the value of Tether, it would always remain stablecoin will maintain a 1 is to 1 value with the US dollar. And so people could go into and out of the crypto world using stablecoin. But what has happened yesterday night is the price of stablecoin collapsed and came down to 95 cents to a dollar. That means it's 5% off. To you and me, 5% looks a very small amount. But worldwide, in markets of currency, if there's a 5% decline, many fortunes are wiped out. This has meant that Bitcoin would has dropped to below 30,000. This has meant Shibu and other coins are completely wiped out. This is really a wake up call for all these tech entrepreneurs who had no idea of what they were talking. If you don't believe me, take a look at SPACs. SPACs are special purpose acquisition companies which raised money on blank checks. Most of them are below 50% of listing, and the comedy was that they were comparing themselves with the great Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett told us many years ago, it is when the tide goes out, we will know who is swimming naked. The tide has begun to go out. A lot of people, especially fund managers, are seeming to be swimming naked. Thank you for watching. Be rich. If you like this content, kindly consider sharing with your friends and relatives. Kindly do not forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time I put out a video. Once again, I thank you for supporting Be Rich. I have written two books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.